Hello, my name is Layla, and today I'll be talking about the 4 main ideas I was able to find in the 4 videos in the unit about the representation of Hispanic and Latinos representations in Hollywood media. Then compare them to a question I put into AI. That question being, why does U.S. media promote Hispanic stereotypes? One of the main ideas I was able to get from the videos was how Hollywood's historical background can and does affect how the media perceives Hispanic and Latinos both on and off camera. For a little bit of background, in one of the videos it explains that Hollywood is prominently white and is deep-rooted in systemic racism, which is actually backed up by another video that explains back a long time ago when Hispanics and Latinos started acting, that they were rarely acknowledged at all. Both back then and now, Hollywood is hesitant to greenlit Latin and Hispanic made projects, and if they do greenlit them, they end up having a significantly less budget than American-made projects. It explains that if we were able to hire more Latino executives and directors, how the representation in media and the understanding of how Latinos and Hispanics really are, and just not the stereotypes, it would increase maybe even the revenue, because it's known that Hispanics and Latinos are a large part of box office's revenues. But Hollywood is hesitant to hire more Latinos and Hispanics. In comparison, the AI explains that Hollywood has been using these narrow and negative stereotypes on multiple different ethnic groups, including Hispanics and Latinos, for decades at this point. And because of that, it has become somewhat of a quote-unquote legacy, meaning that more people have become used to it and don't really question it when they see it in things like TV shows and movies. For my second main idea, it is centered around how Latinos and Hispanics create the economic status and can create economic opportunities in Hollywood. To explain further, it is said that the industry is basically ignoring around $18 billion worth of money they could make by hiring more Latino and Hispanic directors and executives, and how that could expand not just the economic opportunities but also the representation. Now, for the economic status that the Latinos and Hispanics already hold, it's said that there's about 5% of Hispanics and Latinos in the industry of film and TV show, but it is said that there's about 29% of Latinos and Hispanics who make up the box office revenue of like ticket sales, and about 24% of subscription subscribers, meaning that out of the about 20% of Latinos and Hispanics living in the U.S., more than that make up the industry's revenue at this time. And as I said before, the $18 billion that could be made could increase not only the box revenue and the subscriber revenue to just Latinos and Hispanics, but also other ethnic groups. In comparison to AI explains that these directors and executives use these stereotypes for economic reasons, like how they're easily recognizable and they're easy to convey, but the main economic point is that reusing the same stereotypes for characters and narratives saves them money in the long run. And because these are so recognizable, many people don't question it, and when they go to watch the movie, these directors and executives end up gaining more money than what they spend on using the stereotypes. My third main idea is around the lack of Latino and Hispanic representation in movies and in TV shows and in generally just in the United States. For an example, one of the women says that when she started acting, she had no one to look up to and no role models because the stereotypes were so common, and that she had to look up to her own character that she acted as to become who she was. As well as in one of the other videos, how so many of the women have decided to move back to where they originally came from because they feel more comfortable there and feel more accepted there. Because of how bad the stereotypes have gotten. In comparison to AI explains that higher positions in movies and TV, like directors, writers, and executives, have always been held by the prominently non-Hispanic and non-Latino population, meaning that there's an absence of real portrayal, and they use more outdated stereotypes, like I said before, both narrative and with characters. For my fourth and final main idea, it is centered around the fact that Latinos are making a change around these stereotypes and in the film industry. I say this because in multiple of the videos, they explain how measures are being taken in order to increase the representation and increase public knowledge about Hispanics and Latinos. Specifically, one of the videos goes on to introduce a woman who is an actor, director, executive, and I'm not quite sure if this one is true, but a writer. And she and another Hispanic or Latino director have created a company that is solely on the purpose of making TV shows and making movies and films that have better Latino and Hispanic representation in them, as well as the Academy of Film Arts and Science, I'm pretty sure that's the name, is also taking measures to diversify the film industry and get more Latinos and Hispanics into higher positions in the said film industry, along with documentaries and other things being used to help the public increase their knowledge. And finally, in comparison to AI also says that yes, change is happening and that has been a big pushback on the stereotypes in these films and TV shows by Latinos and Hispanics. That is all from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day or night.